In this tutorial, I'd like to introduce you to Prayer of the Matador by Dello. It's from his set of lyric pieces for the young. It's also on the current ABRSM grade 6 piano syllabus. This piece at first glance looks pretty transparent, meaning easy to read, possibly some syncopated rhythms that need attending to, but there are challenges that I will take you through. So this piece is very introspective. The tempo marking is very slow, indicative of a prayer that one might speak or sing to oneself. So this is the Matador, the bullfighter, possibly incancing before he goes to battle with the bull. So it has a very reflective, introspective feel to it, but also with strong expression. And that is part of the challenge. A player really has to have a nuanced sense of phrasing and expression for this piece. I'd like to talk about the tonality a little bit because it's also unique. At first glance, it looks pretty obvious that it starts with an A minor tonality with this repeated rhythm, ostinato, and ends with an A major chord. But the scale is actually a bit more complicated than that, or the tonality. So if I play an A natural minor scale, and that whole step at the end figures into the melody quite a bit. But you'll also hear this version of the scale. So that lowered second scale degree, more similar to a Phrygian mode, figures into this piece. You'll also hear the use of the raised third together with the lowered second. What is generally called a hijaz tetrachord at the beginning, A, B flat, C sharp, D. This is indicative of the influence of Arabic music in southern Spain, where bullfighting was so prominent, where the Moors had settled for a significant part of Spanish history. So that is where southern Spanish music gets that influence. Two other musical challenges that appear in this piece are the voice leading that one has to attend to in the left hand. The rhythmic ostinato might look simple enough, it's almost this tango-like feel. But notice the notes that are held as I'm playing the rhythm. So the A at the beginning is held, the B flat, and this E, once I arrive at it, is also held. So there's some continuous notes to be heard, even if you're not pedaling as you play and you don't want the half steps to get muddled. The composer is smart. He starts these 4 measures left hand alone, so you can really hear that pattern and study it. It will take some careful left hand alone practice. The other challenge is this rhythmic ostinato is holding in place the rhythm for the right hand, which can be quite free. And I almost take this as an indication that this piece is preparing you for later pieces by Chopin and other composers where you'll have possibly a continuous left hand rhythm while the right hand has a lot of freedom to play rubato and other agogic techniques that will figure in the music of Chopin, Liszt, other composers. So if I start where the melody comes in, those are notated as constant 16th notes. Once the 16th notes start, they should be continuing. So on the page, the rhythm looks very regular. In interpretation, you're allowed quite a bit of freedom in order to bring out this very introspective moment. If I play for you what the rhythm is on the page, strictly, that that's not going to be interesting for more than a phrase or two. It's also not just a matter of rhythmic agogic accents, but also how each repeated 16th note is articulated. So you want to create phrases even with the repeated notes. Here it is again.